Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Tuesday, June 7th, 2011 edition of Wrestle Talk Show. I'm your host, Joshua Zimmerman, here to bring you the latest and greatest professional wrestling news, bits, rumors, ins and outs, anything and everything pro wrestling. We cover it. We want to apologize for the delay. I'm in the process of a move, so as of our next recording, I'll be broadcasting from another location, so I've been in the middle of packing, and if the camera moves, I've had to change my lighting situations here, and I've kind of angled the lights to give it that studio kind of feel when I'm recording. Lights on in the front and in the back. This way, we don't get the dark production like we got a couple months ago. And like I said, if the video moves, it's just because it's on my lap, not because I'm not able to hold it. I missed you guys, but let's get right into you guys. First of all, thank you to our audience, YouTube and everyone. YouTube.com/CWE Company is where you can visit this video along with every other video. Remember to like and subscribe to our videos. We upload at least twice a week. This week was the only week where things got a little hairy and our ratings got a little backed up. And we might not have them all, but we'd like to think that we grabbed the majority of them up till this coming week's Impact. But let's move right into it. I just want to make a quick show note that there will be show demographics in here, but on top of that, the news you're going to read was obtained June 1st, from June 1st on. So some of it, a lot of it's scattered, but most of it, like the first 4 stories, are from June 1st, and then it progresses. It progresses as it goes down. But I threw in a couple towards the top that were newer stories that need to be broken out. But you'll see what I mean. Hopefully it's not much of a show production setback, if you will. But let's get right into that for you so we can get into your wrestling news, as there is quite a bit of it. WWE Monday Night Raw from May 30th, 2011 scored a 3.42, up from the week before's 3.08 rating. WWE Friday Night SmackDown for June 3rd, 2011 scored a 1.77. TNA Impact for June 2nd, 2011 scored a 1.14. WWE Tough Enough for June 6th, its season finale, scored a 1.95 cable rating. WWE Tough Enough for May 30th, the week before the season finale, scored a 1.64. Note that these show statistics are from statistics pulled from June 1st, and we're to assume that everything's gone up since then. Total page views as of June 1st were 8,282 videos viewed worldwide through our entire archive, guys. Can't thank you enough. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. We noticed a particular peak in viewership, particularly on May 28th through May 30th. So for what we can only assume was the last episode and the second to the last episode you found most intriguing. Male demographic for the last 24 hours as of June 1st made up for 88% of our total audience, while the female demographic accounted for 12% of the total audience. And like I said, updated by YouTube every 24 hours, so we're only going to assume it's gone up. Again, these demographics were pulled June 1st because we thought we were going to post this video between the 3rd and the 4th. Core demographic as of June 1st was the 45 to 54-year-old demographic, accounted for 50% of our total viewership rating within that last 24 hours. Second place demographic as of June 1st was the 25 to 34-year-old male and female demographic, which held 22% of our total audience in that last 24 hours, the first to the second. And the runner-up is the 18 to 24 male to female demographic. In the last 24 hours, as of June 1st, accounted for only 10% of our audience. Most popular video of the week as of June 1st via YouTube statistics show that, quote, WWE demands private insurance for wrestlers. Raw ratings losing ground got 19.6% of the total audience's attention and popularity as of June 1st. Second place popular video of the week with 10.1% of our audience's attention was Ric Flair wanted for $35K. Eric Bischoff thinks ROH is no big deal. So thank you very much, guys, for all the success you've given us. We'll take a minute and pull that up for you live here. Give me 1 second. I'm not going to be mean like that. I'll pull it up. While we're waiting for me to pull up these numbers, don't forget, in approximately 4 minutes, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, our friends Joe Negron and Dishban and rotating co-host at smartwrestlingfan.com, their name is their address. Stay tuned literally within minutes for the live Smart Wrestling Fan Wrestling Review Show. 3 hours of wrestling coverage by, again, Joe Negron and friends. And you can pick that up right now. They're about to go live literally within the next 5 minutes. We're about 5 minutes to 9 on Tuesday night Eastern. You can catch them every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. 3 hours of wrestling coverage covering your week in pro wrestling on and off the camera. So check them out. We'll have plenty of other plugs to come in a minute. I just want to get you what we promised you. I'm just going to pull up the statistics. And the summary in the last 24 hours should give us a good idea. Alright. Well, I'd like to inform you that your total page views have been increased to 8,426 as of June 7th, like we said when we were posting this. And just to give you the schematics, as of right now, 84% of our audience is of the male demographic, 18% of the female demographic, 18% is the, 84% is the male audience, 16% is the female audience, and our most popular demographic, again, is the 45 to 54-year-old male and female demographic, holding down with about 55% of the total audience. Again, these statistics are updated every 24 hours. We'll give you more up-to-date stuff as it comes in and as it generates into the next show. But let's get right into your wrestling news and rumors. WWE has apparently signed luchador Averno, according to Superlochos website. To view their story, visit superlochos.net. Former WWE developmental wrestler Brian Wilcox is claiming to be the father of Karma, Awesome Kong / Kia Stevens' child. A message posted on Wilcox's Facebook page reads, quote, As some of you may know, my girlfriend is pregnant. Some of you know her as Awesome Kong. Most of you know her as Karma. I know her as the love of my life, King of Stevens. Due to this being a high-risk pregnancy, I'm going to take this time to step away from the ring and concentrate on making sure her and our baby's needs are met. I will fulfill the remainder of my dates till June 12th. It's not an end, just a new beginning. Wilcott, sorry, I keep pronouncing this guy's last name wrong, was in WWE's developmental system in Florida until he was released in January 2010. At the time, Karma was wrestling for TNA in Florida prior to her release in March 2010. Wilcott now wrestles mainly in Texas. He was listed in the main event match for the Texas Wrestling Entertainment promotion over the weekend on Saturday, June 4th. Sean X-Pac Waltman has launched a new website and blog. In the first blog, he recalled, quote, Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs mocking the death of Randy Macho Man Savage at a convention. He arrived at the convention and he came to me laughing and holding his chest saying, oh yeah, I'm sorry, this isn't funny, but the way he said it. He arrived at the convention and he came to me laughing, holding his chest, saying, oh yeah, and he mocks having a heart attack, Waltman recalled. I immediately told him how fucked up I thought it was. He blew me off and went to just about everyone else in the room doing the same thing. Some fans even saw him do it, mocking the death of Randy less than 24 hours after it happened. I know I've done some bad things in my life, a lot of things I'm very sorry for. Many probably think I have some nerve coming off like a moral authority, but someone has to call Brian out on this bullshit. To read the full blog, which also features Waltman's comments on ex-girlfriend Chyna returning to porn, visit his new website, realxpac.com. Former UFC champion Brock Lesnar was asked by PopBeater.com whether his time working for Vince McMahon in the WWE was like indentured servitude. Lesnar laughed and said, quote, well, I guess I was a runaway slave. Look, he's not forcing anybody to sign the contracts, but I guess at the end of the day, if you want to be a professional wrestler, you got to play by his rules. I was done playing by the rules, I guess. Lesnar also commented on wrestlers abusing painkillers. Quote, well, yeah, I was one of them, he said. I acquired a number of different injuries, broken ribs and torn out knees and elbows that suffered a lot of damage, and so I was one of them. I was on the pain train just so I could tolerate the pain to go out and perform. I used Vicodin and vodka. That was where I saw my life going. You look around the locker room and you see all these other performers that have been doing it for 20 years, and I didn't want to be one of those guys. To read the interview, visit PopEater.com. Jim Ross teases major video game announcement. WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross updated the blog section of JR's barbecue.com. The following items are among the highlights. Ross on a WWE announcement. Expect to hear a major announcement Tuesday, meaning we should have heard it today, from WWE THQ, arguably the biggest news to date from the WWE on the video game front. Right after wrestling, stars Diamond Dallas Page with Arda Ocal and Jimmy Corindez, available at thescore.com or at iTunes. DDP's comments on possibly coming back to the WWE in the future and how he is doing today. I spoke to Johnny Ace about this. I haven't heard back from him on it. I told him I would love to do some kind of PR, some public relations, that sort of thing is what Vince McMahon wanted me to do when I left. He wanted me to stay and be the color commentator, but I was burnt out of wrestling for so many years and I needed a break. Long story short, 10 years later I'm still doing pretty well, but I would love to be part of the WWE family. As of May 31st, we report the role of the male fan that R-Truth threw soda on was played by actor Kelsey Jones. May 31st came the video game announcement. WWE and THQ have announced that they are changing the name of the WWE video game series from SmackDown vs. Raw to WWE 12. The game is scheduled to be released in the fourth quarter of 2011. For more information on the game, visit IGN.com. TMZ has picked up Sean Waltman's story about suffering sexual abuse as a child and his attempt to help others who are coping with similar experiences. Waltman wrote a detailed blog on being a, quote, survivor of repeated sexual abuse and molestation from about age 5 to around age 12, end quote, on his new website, which again, realxbox.com. Waltman mentioned Mick Foley's noted work with Rain as the inspiration for his blog and opening up about his recovery from abuse. Former WWE wrestler Dave Bautista is opening up an MMA training facility in Tampa, Florida, according to a report by TMZ. TMZ reports the gym is currently only open to, quote, close martial arts friends, but Bautista and his partners plan to open the gym to the public next week. The gym is called Gracie Fighter Jiu-Jitsu, and Bautista is reportedly partnering with famed MMA trainer Cesar Garcia. Bautista hooked up with Garcia in California's Bay Area last year when he was pursuing an MMA career after leaving the WWE in May 2010. Bautista claimed to have an MMA fight deal with Strikeforce, but talks were cut off after Strikeforce was bought out by UFC earlier this year. WWE stock falls to new 52-week year low on the market. WWE's stock price hit a new 52-week low on Monday, reaching $9.88 per share during midday trading. The previous 52-week low was $9.99 per share on April 29th, the day after WWE announced it was slashing the company's dividend. At the end of the day, WWE's stock price closed at $9.95 per share, remaining below the $10 level. Monday's closing price was down 2.1% from Friday's closing price of $10.16 per share. The overall stock market was down on Monday, which was a likely factor with and average volume of WWE shares traded. The S&P 500 stock index declined for the fourth straight trading day, reaching its lowest level since March. Throughout the month of May, WWE stock traded in the $10 to $11 per share range. The last time WWE stock price was above $11 per share was on April 28th, the day before WWE stock price dropped to the previous 52-week low. New upcoming ICP Wrestling Presents Gathering of the Juggalos advertises major names, Hall of Famers, announcers, etc. August 11th through the 14th, 2011. Advertised main event of a Legends of Wrestling show is Terry Funk versus Roddy Piper. Other appearances advertised include WWE announcers Booker T and Jerry Lawler, WWE Hall of Famer Coco Beware, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Sonny. Also advertised are Rock and Roll Express, Honky Tonk Man, Cowboy Bob Orton, Chyna, X-Pac, McFoley, Rob Conway, Scott Hall, Raven, Viscera, Tank Abbott. In addition to wrestling events, there will be stand-up comedy featuring wrestlers. The list of wrestling-related events include Stranglemania Live, Bloody Mania, 5-inch, Bloody Mania 5, and Flashlight Wrestling, Oddball Wrestling, and the Legends of Wrestling event. Bret Hart announces he will be part of an international house show tour next month. WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart announced he will be part of the WWE's house show tour of South Africa next month. Quote, "Yes, I will be part of the WWE tour in South Africa. Always thought Cape Town was a beautiful city. Was there in '97. Very excited." Hart posted on his Twitter overnight. The SmackDown brand will tour South Africa from July 6th to 10th. Meanwhile, the Raw brand will be finishing the tour of Australia that runs from July 1st to the 6th. SmackDown will be in Cape Town for 2 nights, Durban for 1 night, and Johannesburg for the final 2 nights. Core member Justin Gabriel is from Cape Town and will be one of the key headliners. Mick Foley talked about his departure from TNA on Sunday after he was written off TV Thursday on Impact. Quote, "I pushed hard for changes I felt would benefit Impact Wrestling," Foley said on Twitter, addressing his time in TNA in the past tense. "I can understand how some would interpret that as difficult to work with." Earlier in the weekend, Foley asked followers on Twitter to vote on his next endeavor in the wrestling business. "I'm getting the sneaking suspicion that many of you would like to see me come back to the WWE," Foley said. Quote, "It looks like a toss-up. 90% WWE, 5%, 90% WWE, 5% Impact, 3% just want me to be happy, 2% try new modeling." Okay, I made up the nude modeling part, but that really was an accurate breakdown. Linda McMahon Senate news. The Washington Post reports former WWE CEO Linda McMahon will make a decision whether to run for the next U.S. Senate election in Connecticut within a month. Several candidates are already lined up to challenge for Joe Lieberman's empty seat in the 2012 election next November, including former U.S. Controller David Walker, who the Washington Post profiled in a report Friday. McMahon lost to Richard Blumenthal for Connecticut's other Senate seat in the November 2010 election. McMahon has kept a low profile over the last 7 months, but has made it clear she has no intentions of returning to work for WWE. TMZ reports TNA will end contract discussions with Chyna if her most recent adult film is released later this month. Chyna claimed to TMZ she had recently been in talks with TNA about working out a long-term deal. She said she was optimistic, but TNA management recently informed her that contract talks will be off for good if the video is released. Quote, "The whole thing has been constant drama. It's all good in the end. TNA is missing the boat." This is a direct quote. Chyna was quoted to TMZ. TMZ added that TNA is not commenting on the matter. Chyna was brought in for a short-term program last month leading up to Sacrifice. At the pay-per-view, she made her TNA in-ring debut, teaming up with Kurt Angle against the Jarretts. Chyna has not been on TV since. And that brings us to our show segment, and we'll get our show plugs out of the way. And I can tune into some Smart Wrestling Fan and bring you guys some more stuff, but let's get right into our plug. You can visit the show. If you like this video, visit over our 100 plus archive videos at youtube.com/CWE Company. While you're there, remember to like, recommend, and subscribe to our videos. You won't be disappointed. At least twice a week, we update you on the ins and outs of pro wrestling, what you see on camera, what you don't get to hear about, anything and everything wrestling. If there's something you'd like us to discuss, if you'd like to be a columnist for the show, I'm looking for SmackDown and pay-per-view coverers who will do blogs or video excerpts that I can add into my video excerpts. You can send any show material. Just keep organize the material in the subject header is all we ask, and send those to cwecompany@gmail.com. Visit the show's direct website at wrestletalkshow.webs.com. There you can visit our online forum, interact with the rest of the WTS community. Click on the support the show. You can donate via PayPal. cwecompany@gmail.com is our official PayPal email address. Every dollar you donate goes into the production of this show. Anything and everything is about this show. This is your show. We encourage you to send us emails, comment on the YouTube page, on our Facebook page, Facebook and Twitter, both at CWE Company. Visit my friend Jason Powell at ProWrestling.net. He does a weekly 45-minute free audio coverage of a Raw or a most recent Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view. James Codwell and Wade Keller at pwtorch.com do a weekly hour-long live cast. Monday nights, the hour before Tough Enough, so 7 to 8, but I imagine as of this week they'll be adjusting their schedule. And Tuesday through Friday, 5:30 to 6:30, all of this in Eastern Standard Time. So check pwtorch.com for more. All of these sites that I mentioned, including smartwrestlingfan.com, have a members only site. Encourage you to hop onto it. The free audio's a lot, but the bonus audio is even more. The max is $10. It goes as low as like $3.50 a month to $10 a month with PW Torch. But with PW Torch, you literally almost get up to the minute wrestling news. So up to our show segment and kind of question for the day is Chyna is quoted as if TNA drops conversations with her over this video, it's TNA missing the boat. The question for the night is it TNA missing the boat, or is it TNA realizing we have enough drama? Do we really need more? And this time, I know I bag on them a lot, guys, and I'm willing to take all the flack you guys have to offer. Again, CWE Company at gmail.com. Bring it on. I encourage it. In fact, it excites me. It lets me know you guys are being interactive. You don't have to agree with me. I don't always agree with me. Hell, I don't always like me. There's times I go days without talking to myself. No, I'm kidding. But is it really TNA missing the boat, or is it TNA realizing that they just got rid of one problem and this might not want to be something they want to bring in? Maybe they're starting to realize there's a thing as good publicity and bad publicity. But just a thought. Until next time, wrestling fans, again, youtube.com/CWE Company. And until, I want to say we'll be here to bring you anything that pops up. I want to say we'll post no later than Friday afternoon, if not sooner. Thank you guys for the delay. Remember, click on the support the show link, wrestletalkshow.webs.com. Click on the PayPal link. If you can't donate, we completely understand. The next best thing, sometimes the thing that's better than money, is referral. If you like this show, if you like what you hear, if you like being interactive about it, all we ask is refer a friend. YouTube.com/CWE Company. They can watch over 100 videos for free, all the way back to when we started, to when we adapted the new format of giving you more and more content for free. There's so much archived shit on this page. It kind of baffles me how much free time I've been able to accumulate. But again, guys, we understand. Support us any way you can. WrestleTalkShow.webs.com, YouTube.com/CWE Company, Facebook and Twitter.com, both at CWE Company. And again, show comments, concerns, questions, anything and everything wrestling talk show related, CWE Company at gmail.com. And until next time, my friends, have an excellent evening. And again, you're only 15 minutes in. SmartWrestlingFan.com. Check it out.